Hi to Madam Shalini Devi and all who are watching this video. We are from Group 2. We present our problem-solving discussion regarding the problem of hospitality kitchen and restaurant for hospitality student at University of Utara Malaysia. Firstly, we're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Atikah binti Ibrahim, 256605.
My name is Nur Syazila binti Azallan. My meeting number 254495.
My name is Nurhamimah binti Hamzah, 257178.
My name is Nur Zahirah binti Faudzi, 255424.
My name is Firdaus Bin Ibrahim. Nombor matric 256318.
First, we're gonna go for the step 1, which is the nature of the problem. Bachelor of Hospitality is the course that are basically more focused on the practical learning than theory, which include cooking class, serving class, and also commercial class. These classes require students to know knowledge in many skills in order to deal with people. However, it can be said that the hospitality students do not get the proper equipment, apparatus, and utensils for each classes. This is because the hospitality as hospitality student, we found out that many of the equipment does not get a regular maintenance for the cooking class, and some table kitchen, some kitchen layout are not some table are not insufficient. Sorry. So this problem should be overcome this problem should be overcome because a student deserves to have a good learning environment and tool for them to get a good grip on how they can apply it on when the real situation later. If the problem cannot be solved, the future student of hospitality will not get a proper experience during these cooking, commercial, and serving classes. Second, it will decrease productivity of the student as they cannot get the conducive environment. And the third is the efficiency also will decrease due to the requirement to prepare the food and also the lack of equipment and utensil. Next, we go to the step 2, which is solution and suggestion.
Okay, for first solution, I suggest that we should do a regular maintenance for our equipment. This is because to reduce the risk of workplace hazard, and besides that is to provide a safe and healthy environment for the students while do the operation in the kitchen and also during the commercial class. Next, for solution 2 is
For the second solution is upgrading kitchen appliance. This is because outdated appliance can reduce the efficiencies of the kitchen and using more power than is necessary. It also can cause energy efficiency and reduce the kitchen costs such as electricity bills or wastage if there an error during using the appliance in the class. Outdated appliance would take a longer time to student to perform the task during the class and would need shorter interval otherwise. Also, the student will improve with better kitchen appliance and customer service for the hospitality customer. Second benefit by upgrading the kitchen appliance would be the student can produce a larger quantity of the dishes and pastry during the class. And that's all from me.
Next is a solution 3. I suggest for solution 3 is a provide high quality utensil set. The high quality utensil set enable and ensure the students of the learning and cooking process in the kitchen not to be interrupted. The student also able to grip the skills and develop their knowledge during the theory class in the practical class. Next is solution 4.
Okay, for the solution 4, if hospitality restaurant must provide a proper arrangement for kitchen layout to make sure the distance between the furniture is comfortable during preparing, serving and cleaning up. Solution 5.
Okay, last solution is solution 5 by providing proper cutleries and crockeries for serving class. By providing this complete tool, it can reduce the burden of students to wash the equipment repeatedly after they use each of these items. Okay, next, we go to the step 3, which is criteria and description.
There are 5 criteria that we suggest and stated, which are cost, quality, quantity, safety and duration. Firstly, for the cost, it describes the amount of money needed to implement the solution. There are 3 ranges which are inexpensive, average and expensive. The cost started for the inexpensive is 300 ringgit and below. The average started from 300 ringgit 1 to 1000 ringgit. Meanwhile, for the expensive is 1000 ringgit and above. Next is a quality.
Okay, for the quality, we focus on the quality of the equipment used in the kitchen and also the restaurants. It has 3 range also, which is for the low, it's fragile and perishable. For moderate is endurable, and the last one is high, which is durable.
For the next criteria is quantity. Quantity refers to the number of equipment that will be purchased for the kitchen. It's divided to 3, which is small, medium, and large. For small, only 1 to 5 pieces will be purchased. For medium, refer to 6 to 12 pieces equipment, and the large is more than 10 pieces equipment.
Okay, next we go to the safety criteria. The safety criteria is focused on the safeness of each equipment used in kitchen and restaurant. They have a 3 range of these criteria, which is low, moderate, and high. For low, described as the risky of the equipment used, and then for moderate is described as the item used is not guaranteed whether it's safe or not in using, and then the higher is the equipment is safe to use in the kitchen and restaurant.
Okay, for the criteria duration, we will focus on the duration of the equipment in the kitchen and restaurant. There are a few range, start from short, medium and longer. For short, will take a quarter, means 3 months. For medium, will be half a year, will mean 6 months. For the longer term, a year, 12 months.
Okay, next step, which is step 4, we go to the compare each solution and suggestion according to the criteria.
Okay, for solution 1, which is to regular maintenance for our equipment, in the terms of cost, it is quite expensive, which is for 1000 and above. It is because to do the maintenance is require a lot of number, but it is more cheaper rather than if the equipment is broken, and we have to buy the new one, and also if the equipment have to have a large repair, it's required a larger amount of money rather than if we do the maintenance. Okay, next.
For the second solution, upgrading the kitchen appliance, the cost is average. which is from 301 ringgit to 1,000 ringgit. The cost will be include is appliance like stainless steel combination open burner griddle with oven, stainless steel electrical deep fryer, commercial blender, electrical water urn, buffet juice dispenser, and a few more. The cost is average for the equipment. We will purchase the equipment for 2 kitchen. And I suggest to get better or negotiate the price with the same supplier for the previous company. Maybe it will be negotiation on the price, and it will cost lesser. That's all.
Next is for the solution 3 from the cost aspect. The money spent for the utensils set is in the average and affordable range from the 300 ringgit one to 1,000 ringgit. Nevertheless, the cost is not too high and too low. So I believe within this range, we can provide the high quality of utensil set for the kitchen for the student in for their learning and cooking process in the kitchen.
Okay, for the solution 4, the solution is to provide a proper arrangement for kitchen layout. Is important to have a good quality feature on the kitchen. To implement a good feature is on the range expensive because kitchen layout is a long-term usage. To make the class during the class session be comfortable and
Okay, for the solution 5, provide a proper cutleries and cookeries for serving classes. The cost needed for this solution is very high, very expensive due to the market price of these cutleries and cookeries that require more than 1,000 ringgit and above.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think solution 5 is quite expensive for the cutleries and cookeries because I think that equipment is we can reuse, and also it's quite expensive if we just what the budget for the cutleries and cookeries is for 1,000 and above, and it's unlogical.
I think we need the price. I think the price is expensive. Have a reasonable because each of the things, item, cutleries and cookeries has their own quality that I can be explain later in criteria quality. So that's become the reason why this item might be expensive due to market price and also the quality.
Sorry to interrupt, but I agree with Atikah because the cookeries and the cutleries is to show the hospitality student is very serious in providing a good service to their customer.
Thank you for understanding me, Hamimah.
Okay, any objection for the others?
no. I agree with Atikah.
Okay, we move to second criteria, which is the quality. For me, which is solution 1, for the maintenance, the quality is moderate, which is endurable. Which means that the quality, if we do the maintenance, regular maintenance for the equipments, we can moderate the situation or the condition of the equipment, so that the equipment can be used for the long time. Yeah. Next.
So sorry for interrupt. Why the quality you mentioned as moderate? Because we know that each of the item in the kitchen and restaurant have a high standard and to need need to have a higher quality rather than quantity.
Because we just do maintenance, we do not buy the new ones, so that the quality is always moderate. If we buy the new ones, it become higher.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For the next solution, in terms of quality, the quality of equipment, the quality of the kitchen appliance, you will be used in the kitchen, is high, which is durable. The durability is defined as the ability of the appliance to remain serviceable in the surrounding environment during the useful life without damage or unexpected maintenance. The purchasing of better appliance may seem bit costly, like mentioned before at the beginning, but it is cost effective in terms of durability, production rates and quality, and for the profit. In addition, the quality of the dishes will increase, and the quantity also can be increased in terms of the efficiency of the appliance. Also, before this, I said we will purchase for the from same supplier, which is will provide the same 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 brand that have a certification from KIRIM, which is Standard International Research Institute of Malaysia, ISO 9001 Quality Management System, also recognition for super excellent brand. It's clear that the quality for the kitchen appliance that we will buy is will benefit to the student and the productivity itself.
Next is for solution 3. If we see through the quality aspect, high quality utensil set is durable. With this kind of utensil set, it can provide a great usability for the student in their learning and cooking process. For example, the resistance stainless steel utensil set. With that kind type of the utensil set, it can withstand heat and prevent corrosion. In addition, for the beginners like your students, with that kind high quality of the utensil set, it can give more easier for them to use it in their learning process. Next is
By the solution 4, to have a proper management layout kitchen, need to know the quality of material such as cabinet material to store the equipment on the kitchen. This is on range moderate as a endurable. So no need to be high quality because it's not be used frequently and in only for store the equipment.
Okay, for the solution 5, the quality of the cutleries and cookery should be high and durable because students keep using this item repeatedly and wash it repeatedly. So the the item should be durable in order the student to use it frequently.
Okay, I agree with all the solution, but for solution 4, which is the kitchen layout, you say that the quality must be moderate because not frequently used. Is that correct?
Yes.
But
But why?
why?
Hey,
But why
why?
not
Tell me why.
frequently used? Because it's a kitchen layout. We just made,
It just
but to say like long time we use it.
Long time you use.
On the kitchen layout. Okay, for the kitchen layout, we focus on the store layout. So the equipment set into one place only. So
Okay.
they don't need a good quality to store to use also.
Okay. You mentioned that the kitchen layout is consists of cabinet, right, for the
Yes.
store. Why you say that the quality should be moderate? Because we know that in the store we store everything in there, such as Lady Susan, plate, um, the other equipment, cutlery and crockeries. Why you say that this um quality should be moderate? Because we store heavy things in the cabinet.
sorry, do you mean the quality is not important for the kitchen?
Do you like Zila mentioned? Do you think that the arrangement of the kitchen, the cabinet, you mentioned that the cabinet is need to be moderate.
Cabinet cannot be the low quality. Because the low quality that we mentioned is fragile and perishable. Not good quality to have a store in low quality. In high quality also cannot be too high because it will be not fully used to use every day.
Not fully used every day, but you keep storing a heavy thing inside. So
Yes.
why it should be, but why it could be moderate rather than it could be um high durable?
Oh,
Because you keep storing a heavy things inside that.
okay. It will be
Maybe you mentioned about the overall
Ah,
kitchen layout. Maybe.
maybe
What
okay.
you
the
mean?
maybe when use the overall kitchen layout in the restaurant, maybe the high quality we need.
Mm. So you
Maybe
focus on the storage.
we focus on the storage only.
Okay.
Okay, acceptable. Okay, for the next solution, for the next criteria, which
Yeah.
is quantity. For the regular maintenance, the quantity is medium, which is half dozen of equipments, which is 6 to 9 pieces. For the regular maintenance that I observe at our kitchen, that the stove is have 12 stove, but only we can use like 3 stove only that we can use, so that it should have a maintenance for the quantity of the stove, so that we can use it so that the student can use it, and also can decrease the number of the time taken for the cooking process, and also increase the performance of the student. Okay, next.
Okay, for next solution, by upgrading the kitchen appliance in terms of quantity, the number of equipment that will be purchased is large, which is 10 and more pieces. Um, uh, the it is because it involves two kitchen, which is one at the Inasis Proton and one at the hospitality restaurant. For like we know, as we student, we as a student for hospitality, we know for example, for blender, there are the few blenders, but it's only one to two blender that can be used. The other blender, which is broken, the glass of the blender broken, so we cannot do the work immediately. We have to do one by one, blender one by one. For example, for soup, usually we need to blender the soup for twice or more. To For your information, the quantity we do like for 35 packs, which is quite big quantity. So it takes time to blender the ingredients one and by one, and it takes time. So I suggest to add at least 2 or 3 or more the appliance for the kitchen. And that's all.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but I agree with you with the kitchen appliance that the quantity need to be more large. The student need to follow the time taken, time taken. The student need to follow the time taken that required by the lecturer, and they have to follow the operation. Okay. Next is for the solution 3. Next is for the solution 3, the quantity. We need high amount of quantity in the utensil set, which is more than 10 pieces. This is because there are a lot of a variety of utensils that can be used by the student in the kitchen. There are, for example, spatulas. As you know, there are many different types of for the spatula and different usage. Each type of utensils serve different purpose. So with the many quantity of utensil, it can be more convenience for the students to use in their learning and process in the kitchen.
Okay, for the solution 4, no need a huge quantity of store number equipment because kitchen layout for the mission store need a suitable place only to have a proper arrangement on the equipment. So the quantity of equipment in store is a medium.
Okay, for solution 5 in quantity, we need more item in sorry. We need more quantity in cutleries and crockeries for serving class. We all know that we have several types of service that used in the restaurant, which is France, Russian, banquet style, or else. We all know that we doesn't not have enough. So, for example, soup cup, we doesn't not have enough soup cup, so we need to use repeatedly when the student come to dine in there. So this might be take time to student, to us, mostly hospitality student, to us to wash it repeatedly in order to get to in order to make sure that the other student can eat using the soup cup. And then why we need the more equipment, because we know that we have a banquet style. Banquet style we need more than um 15 customer in one restaurant. So we need to use rapidly equipment, cutleries, crockeries such as plate, so anything regarding to the service, because the higher the student, the more equipment that we need to use.
I agree with Atikah. Not just a soap cup is not enough for students to use during the serving class. Also, ramekin for dessert.
Yes.
What else? The Chinese board, Chinese food,
Yes.
and more. I think more crockeries are not enough for the student, and it will affect the performance during the serving class.
Yes, because each of these item have the different design. So we want to make sure that each for the classes use each type of design. So when the each type of design does not enough, it will make the customer feel that we downgrade the system, I guess, because the design does not same with other.
Yes, I have no objection for all the quantity because as I can observe and I experience myself that there's so many insufficient equipment for the operation. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, next for before that, any objection for the others?
No.
No, I agree with all.
I agree. I agree with
Yeah.
all also.
Yes.
Continue with the criteria 4, which is for the safety. For solution 1, the regular maintenance for all equipments. So the safety, of course, is high, which is guaranteed. So this is because to make sure that the equipment is working well during the operations, and also to avoid any hazard, or even we have a problem, we can know early before the operation if we do the regular maintenance. For example, if suddenly during the operation with non-maintenance equipments, it may be give the impact to the students. Maybe we have burning, maybe, and also second one is for the safety, is also in terms of the food quality, because the food quality is also depends on the equipment state or condition itself. So if we do not do regular maintenance, there might be a bacteria on the equipments and it will affect the quality of the food, and which may have contamination to the customer that eat. Okay, and the last one, for the safety, if we do maintenance, we have the safety. Is we maintaining also the speed of operations, which means that students have also have the free time for preparing before the customer come. Okay, before this, we see that we do not have enough time to prepare ourselves before the customer come. So regular maintenance should be doing to avoid all these things and also to increase the efficiency during the operations. Okay, thank you.
For the second solution, the safety is high, which is guaranteed, because we will purchase from a certified supplier, and they have recognition from CRIM, ISO, and have received a few reward regarding the equipment they have uh, sell. But in kitchen, the accident may occur during the class because of ignorance and carelessness from the student itself. We as a student involved in the kitchen, involved with the fire or hot water and more, but and because of that we should always be concerned with our safety and our friends by doing the by constant the safety, our members and ourselves can what can avoid the accident from occur. For example, we as a student must follow the rules that have been implemented by the management, and never operate kitchen equipment until they instruct us to do that. And also we need to pay attention to proper safety rules, and by practicing proper, for example, cutting procedures, such as skill of using the appliance, and will avoid the accident from happen.
Next is for solution 3. In terms of the safety aspect, unfortunately, the safety of the utensil set is not guaranteed. This is because it is depends on how utensil being used. Moreover, sometimes the safety guidelines are not be followed by truly. Moreover, safety guidelines sometimes not be followed truly by the person who use it. For the student, sometimes they are more excited in using the new utensil set in the kitchen, and it can cause careless and harm towards them while using the utensil. They might not be follow the procedure as stated by the lectures or the instruction stated in the kitchen. The utensil also sometimes the utensil are being guaranteed safe, but the students in using it might cause harm towards them. It might be dangerous for them using utensils because it can causes injuries such as a cut into their fingers, and it can cause it can lead to bleeding. So the safety aspect is not guaranteed, and it can depends on how the person using it in the kitchen. Next.
Okay, for the solution 4, need a height safety because the proper arrangement of the kitchen area is important to take care of the student safety. During the class session, safety is important, such as to have the student with suitable furniture, the equipment on the suitable place, and others. Other than that, it gives a comfortable to them in the class session.
Okay, next, for the solution 5, the safety of the by providing a proper calories and calories for serving class is moderate. This is because it depends on how the student take care of each item, and it depend on this is depend because this is moderate because it depends on how student handle its equipment. We all know that the butter, for example, we all know that the butter knife is not too sharp or not too dull. But once we handle it with nicely and even carefully, we can avoid from any harms or hazard that might come after that. And also, we cannot ensure that the we cannot guarantee that all the cutleries and crockeries can bring safety to the student who using this, because once broken, this not considered assault, but it's considered bring hazard to the student.
Okay, so any objection for the others?
I don't have any objection for others.
Sorry, but for the solution 3, for the provide high quality utensil sets, You said that it should be moderate, the safety, because of the students itself, right? Okay. So it means that the equipment is the safety of the equipment is high, but you mentioned that the moderate is in term of the student use the equipment.
I think the point for the solution 3 is same for the solution 5, because how we handle how the safety of the item is depend on the student, how the student handled it. So we cannot ensure how the safety of the things, the set or any utensil, any cutleries or cookeries, because if the student handle it nicely, the what we call that, the product or the item can be used nicely, so it doesn't bring any hazard or harms to the student who using that.
Yeah, it means that the equipment is the equipment itself is high safety, but it depends on the student how to use it. That's why it's
Yes,
a moderate safety.
yes,
Okay.
because we cannot because we cannot guarantee the safety.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, it depends to the students.
Yes.
Yes.
It depends students.
Okay, I satisfied with the answer. Okay, for the last criteria, which is duration. So for the solution ones, which is to regular maintenance, duration is longer, which is a year, which is 12 months. This duration is focused on the equipment in the kitchen and also the restaurant. It means that if we do the regular maintenance for the equipment, it can use for the longer times, which is more than a year. Okay, because of course, if we do maintenance, it can always be upgrade in terms of its equipment, its functions, of course, and it will lead to the longer and it can save money. Okay, next.
For solution 2, the duration is longer, which is for 12 months, and it can also be the duration can be longer with extra care of the appliance by the student. Extra care uh, means do preventative maintenance checklist. This require the cooperation from the student to take care and using the appliance correctly during the class. For example, from productivity to efficiency to utility consumption, like cleaning station, well maintained equipment to ensure the appliance maintain the optimal performance. Also, I suggest to the management or the person in charge with the kitchen to do professional service that can help to minimize stress for the kitchen appliance and maximize the investment over the long run. That's all.
Next is for the solution 3. The higher Next is for the solution 3. For duration, the high quality utensil set can last longer, up to 1 year. It does not hassle for the management to change it frequently. Since it is in high quality, it can last longer. When the utensil set used in a longer time, it also can reduce the cost efficiency. As I mentioned before, it can depends on the equipments can be less longer. It depends on how the people or the student use it. The more the okay, okay. The take okay. The more precaution that the student take, the last longer the equipment and utensil can be used. for the future students industriality course. Next.
Sorry to interrupt. I agree with you, Nurhamimah. It all depends how the student use the equipment, the appliance, the utensils itself, right?
Yes, because
Yes, I agree both of you also, because it's depend on how students take care of the item, even though that's not their things that they need to take care, but the extra care of them will make the duration of using the duration of them is become longer.
For example, the kitchen appliance, if we don't clean them in the right way, in correctly, it will cause what rust at the
Yes.
at the appliance, kitchen appliance, right?
Right.
Yes.
Because the utensil and equipment in the kitchen is all for the students, right? So the students have to be more responsibility, I think, in using the property. Next.
Okay, for the solution 4, the kitchen layout need a longer duration. Same like other, because the arrangement on the kitchen layout need a suitable plan and strategy to set up the kitchen layout, such as the cleaning section need have a plan on the piping, and others like stove need a proper place and suitable place to have their piping on gas. All these need a long time to have a proper management of kitchen layout.
Okay, for the solution 5, by providing a proper cutleries and cookeries for serving classes, the duration that needed is longer, because my point is same like Nurhamimah and Syazila, because it depends on how student take care of the item. If they take care of the product, the equipment nicely, even though it's not their own thing, it can make the future of the hospitality student also can use this item repeatedly, even though the duration is longer, uh, even though the duration is more than 12 months, or even 10 years, even those, if they take care of the things nicely, doesn't mean that the doesn't care if the duration is longer, as long as the how they take care of the things.
Okay, due to all discussion and also the interaction between us, so here we come up with the one solution to overcome this problem. So we will decide who will vote for the best solution. So maybe we can start with Atikah. Which solution you think the best solution to overcome this problem?
Okay, I'm not saying that my solution is the best one, but I'm gonna say that the solution 2 is the best, because by upgrading all the good things in the kitchen things, we the kitchen will be running so smoothly during the classes or during the service classes, because when they have the complete and enough equipment, everything will go smoothly, and no the time to serve the food is very quick due to the enough equipment that we have. And it depends also at the duration, because when we have a good item, good item, we know that the duration of using the item is longer. So as a student, we should know how to take care the university things, because it's become like our own.
Okay, so you prefer solution 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next, For Muhammad Firdaus, which solution do you think the best?
I think I choose solution 2. Because my solution has been the proper arrangement for kitchen layout has been applied on the kitchen on the kitchen at a tea hospitality restaurant. So the important thing that can be implanted yearly on the solution 2 because it will give benefit to other students to have upgrading good kitchen appliance. That's all.
Okay, you got the point there. So for third person, Hamimah, which solution do you think the best?
In my opinion, is it's not I'm not defending my solution, but I think solution 2 is a better solution to solve this problem. This is because by upgrading the quality of kitchen appliances, it also can increase the productivity of the students in the kitchen operation. Because it can affect also in the front of the house in terms of the serving people if the kitchen appliances is not good, and it can cause trouble. So by the upgrading the kitchen appliances, it also can solve the problem in terms in the kitchen also, but also can bring the good impression towards the customer instead of the, for example, the food serving late, you can blaming on the kitchen, right? So by the upgrading the kitchen appliances, it also can uh, running smoothly of the operation for the front house and the back of the house.
Okay, thank you, Hamimah. And for the last one, which is Nur Syazila, it is your solution. So what is your comment?
Okay, besides my solution, I will choose, first of all, thank you for choose solution 2. Besides my solution, I will choose a solution 1, which is do regular maintenance for all equipment. Related to upgrading the kitchen appliance, as we upgrading the kitchen appliance, we need to do maintenance for long for the for the things to last longer, and it will be beneficial to the student.
Okay, so but you think your solution is also good, right? Because majority vote for your solutions. Also, for my opinion is even do regular maintenance is good, but I prefer upgrading good kitchen appliance because kitchen appliance is the first thing that we use in the kitchen when we handling the operation. Without the kitchen appliance, we cannot do nothing. We cannot serve the customer, cannot cook anything. We cannot do without the kitchen appliance. So it's better that we have the kitchen appliance with upgrading, and also for the benefit of the student for the future, also the experience. So here, because of the majority of us here is vote for the solution 2, so we can say that the best solution is solution 2, which is upgrading the good kitchen appliance. For the step 5, the best solution that we can decide is solution 2, which is upgrading good kitchen appliance. So because of the criteria that we can see that the cost is quite average while the quality is high. Next is the quantity of kitchen appliance is large and the safety is highly guaranteed. And meanwhile, the duration of estimate use of kitchen appliance is also longer. So to implement this solution so that we can solve this problem. The first is we need to prepare a proposal and propose to the Dean of School of Tourism, Hospitality and Event Management or STEM, which is Dr. Johan Afendi Ibrahim, and also the Hospitality Coordinator, Dr. Siti Nurhamimah binti Jailani. So by proposing to them, we can see the budget and hope that the budget for the kitchen appliance can be approved by them. And thus, the solution can be implemented for the future and also the student benefit in the teaching and learning process. So I think that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.